the news. Congressman Ryan, a number of reporters, and other travelers have been shot and apparently killed in an attack on the Congressman's fact-finding mission of the People's Temple organization in Jonestown, Guyana. The attack occurred in the airport at Port Katuma, Guyana.
We cannot get out of here. We are isolated. Not the best image for socialism. And this way we will no longer create a problem, and we will have peace and togetherness. So we have made this decision through much thinking that revolutionary suicide would be the best service we could render.
And so we find our way out into the, this area, and Richard says, we can't go to Matthews, we can't go to Port Kaituma, we can't get across the guard check. There's no way. We have to walk to Matthews Ridge, but it's 30-something miles. And so we just picked up our pace. So we continue. So 30 miles, it seems long, but it doesn't seem long. I don't know, it's like we gotta do it, so we do it, and we hear this train coming. And so we kind of just get off the tracks a little bit. And so the conductor just looks at us, like, nods, what are you doing? And people on the train are looking at us, and we walked, and then we came to a bridge. I have a horrible fear of heights. And I can't do it. And they're like, you gotta do it. I can't, Diane's on the other side, said, come on, you can make it. Just push, come on, you can make it. Don't look down. And I'm crawling on this bridge, and I'm trying not to look down. And finally I make it, and I'm just exhausted. Literally, I'm exhausted because the fear was so overwhelming for me. We heard the train coming back. And so we don't know if he's gonna stop or not, but Richard says, if he stops, we're gonna get on the train, and the guys are gonna ask somebody to take us to the police station so we can make a phone call. And we just got on he stopped, and we got on the train, and we weren't that far away, actually. We were almost there. Maybe a few miles, we were almost there to Matthews Ridge. And so we get off, and the guy takes us to the police station. It's on a hill. And then they come out, and they draw weapons on us. And so we don't say anything. They like, put your hands up. So I put Jakari between my legs standing up, and hold him with my knees, kind of. And then we put our hands up. And he says, where are you coming from? We're coming from Jonestown. Now remember, we don't know who's foe and who's friend. We don't know. So then the conductor comes, because the captain says there's shootings at Port Kaituma. Well, we don't know about any shootings at Port Kaituma, Richard says. And so the captain says it couldn't have been them, because I saw them at this time, at this point of the road. They couldn't have been in Port Kaituma. We said we just escaped from Jonestown. It's like a concentration camp. And he goes, we heard it was like a concentration camp. So then we're friend, not foe. The captain said, we're asking any word of what happened at Port Kaituma. And he said, there's a report, 500 dead and 500 had ran to the jungle. I just prayed that somebody in my family had survived. Like, please let it be my brother. Because my brother was one of these kids that, he had been such an incredible man because he was so loving, right? And he deserved to live because he was that sweet. And so I have no one else, let it be my brother. Let it be my brother. By the time we got to Georgetown, it changed. The count kept changing. And so even by the time they got the final count, 918 in Jonestown, I thought, they're not. They just can't be. And so we were in the hotel, and of course it was swarming with, reporters. And so I called my dad, My dad said, I said, Dad, you know, it's me. It's Leslie. She goes, how come you didn't get your brother out? He goes, where's your brother? And I said, I think I don't know, Dad. I don't know. He goes, why didn't you get your brother out? And so right away, that's when survivor's guilt hit me right away. The survivor's guilt, and then then I realized I lost my dad. I don't have a dad anymore. And then I called Joe's mother, and she's right away blaming me for saying that Joe was one of the assassins. This is what they're saying on the news. I don't know if he was one of the assassins. I do know that people said he was at the airport, on the airstrip. I do know that people said he was looking for me, right? He was desperately looking for me. And then even in the death tape, you can hear Jones say, and someone took someone's child.
Betrayal of the century. Some stolen children from others and in pursuit right now to kill them because they stole their children. If you can't steal people's children, you can't take off with people's children without expecting a violent reaction.
And that was me he was referring to. I don't believe everyone killed themselves. No, they could not have. I know there was a report that my sister fought like hell, and she would have. I know that everyone wouldn't have lied down and died. I think that's why they killed the children first. And also why there were injection marks on people's shoulders, because people fought, right? So that's when it became a suicide massacre and not a suicide anymore. But also because they found the vats of cyanide and flavor aid, they automatically assumed it was cyanide, plus it was 900 and something black folks, pretty much, majority. They weren't interested in doing autopsies. They're just a bunch of black folks following this white man in the jungle, and therefore they don't mean anything. So we don't know. And I don't know if we ever will know.